Hey, somebody left some beer. I wouldn't imagine that they'd let people jump off of this. But they don't have any buoys marking where the swim area stops and the fishing area begins. So I'm wondering, well, there's a hook here.
Yeah, it probably.
And there's a pole over there. So I imagine if they rope it off from here
over there
to there, that's the swim area, this is the fishing area.
Yep.
So I don't imagine they let people jump off of this.
Probably.
Okay. We're going to walk by the shrimp pond. I think this is just so cool.
We'll have to come out here in September when they harvest them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love being fresh.
And you, from what I understand, you buy them by the netful.
By the pound, basically.
Yeah. They go out there and they scoop them up, they dump them in a bucket, there you go.
And then they cook them to order.
Dirty from your shell.
Yes, but I got that nice and clean. Take it home, scrub it up.
This pond right here serves the purpose of raising shrimp, which I imagine is what those are for.
Yep.
This one, oh geez.
Bass.
Bass, then the one after it's perch, then bluegill, but she doesn't remember what's in the fourth one.
I think she said bass again.
Probably a mix of all of it if I had to
Probably.
wager. Catfish in the one on top of the hill. Well, let's get in the car and go mosey. I really hope the camera's picking up what I'm seeing now.
This place is awesome.
I just don't think it's going to be big enough for the reunion. I really don't.
No, unfortunately.
We will, of course, make this into a video package. We will edit some names out of it, because I don't want people bugging people.
I mean, if anything, we could bring canopies and extend it out.
One power outlet.
One power outlet, yeah. That's the only downfall.
And as you said, if we do rent this place for the reunion, I think we'll be sharing with the general public. Somebody's been making babies. Those little bowl-shaped thingies right there. That's where fish been to lay eggs.
Tailing.
Well, anyway, what I was thinking is, since that is a restaurant that is open, well, not open yet, I don't think. Depending on prices, we might grab lunch while we're out here.
They're open. It's 11.
Okay, so, and we are recording again. Okay. This is the fishing area. Of course, we should have just friggin' walked instead of bringing the car, but whatever. Catch and release only, barbless hooks only, no fishing after 8 p.m., no minnows, no buckets, no vehicles, no littering. Which is why I'm going to park right here, because there's cones here. I'm smart enough to figure out they don't want vehicles past that. What the hell is that thing? Oh, I gotta go take a look at this. Anyway, these are their 4 fishing ponds, which is a very similar setup to like a fish nursery. But this thing over yonder has my attention for the moment. Alright, I don't know how well this camera sees into the water, if at all. Pop it off my head so I can see the screen, so I can see what it sees. Right there. A little cloudy spot with Little indention on the bottom. That's a fish nest. They swim up to an area in the shallow sand or whatever the bottom is, and they use their tail to fan out a spot to get rid of all the vegetation and stuff to get down to the dirt to lay their eggs. And since that one's cloudy, they just left. But I haven't a clue what this thing is. Something electric, something propelled, and looks like there's a few of them. Anyway, from what she was saying, each of these ponds is made for a different kind of fish. This one is primarily a bass pond. This one, she said, was full of perch or bluegill, I forget which now, doesn't matter. Got a little lift there. Another one of whatever those blue things are. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but I've angered a bullfrog. Sounds like he's over there somewhere. I can hear him grumbling. Oh, I just scared something into the water. I haven't seen any fish, of course, because I actually wanted to go out and do something. I think I found my angry bullfrog. That was a frog of some kind jumping in. Of course, I don't see him to tell you what kind he was, but I think I found him. But anyway, like I was saying, since I wanted to go do something today, on my day off, something productive and creative, like go out and look for family reunion spots, the powers that control the weather decided to make it windy and fucking cold again. But on the days where I don't want to go do anything, or if I gotta work or whatever, 80 degrees and sunny. It's a big FU from Sky Daddy Management. I'm not going to walk around all four. I'm sure you can get the general idea. I think there's actually 5. I think there's a 5th one. I'm standing on the 2nd one, 3rd, 4th, and I think there's a 5th up there. We can't go any further up this road because it's private. The lady that was at the cabin says that she lives up there. So once I get to the end of this, I'm going to make a U-turn and head back. All spring fed, which is good. Means nice healthy fish. And if you happen to take on some water while you're over there swimming, you're going to die from it. See, there's a state park real close to home, which would otherwise be perfect for the family reunion. Very nice facilities. But the water is fucking toxic. It's you know, been on the state bulletin every year for the last decade for having a really high fecal bacteria count, which means basically somewhere somebody's pumping raw sewage into it. And also last 2 or 3 years it's been cited as having high green algal bloom counts, which will also kill you, which is why we haven't entertained or even thought of that state park. I want you guys to not die. I would say that that over there is the output for the spring. Yeah, I'd say that that's the spring output. And it looks like they divert it there and then some out this white pipe over into this, which means that there's some kind of control to divert the water flow, which I'd say is in that little green building right there. But I'm not an expert in spring water divergence, or whatever the fuck they'd call that. I just heard another bullfrog. And he was close. There's some, what the hell they call that frog? Spring peeper, something like that. I can hear them off in the distance. But what I just heard was a bullfrog. I don't know if you guys caught that over camera. I don't even know if you guys can hear me over the camera with all this wind blasting me. There's more little pockets right there and right there. And you can see there's a few of them over here where they've been coming into the shallows to lay their eggs. So anyway, my truly one and only real concern here is the size of the shelter house. Oh, there's the frog. He just jumped in. Ah, knew I heard him. Anyway, is the size of the shelter house. And other than the swimming at the lake over there and the fishing over here, there's really not much else to do. I don't see any kind of putt-putt or, you know, anything else to do. I do wonder what the little tree stand looking thing is for. Boy, you can hear them frogs just a saying. That's a beautiful sound. Now I'm hoping that I wasn't an idiot by pulling this far down, because now I gotta back up the hill on gravel road. This might be fun. Go, it is recording. Okay. I'll do my best not to get you guys on camera. This is the pavilion. They have more parking other than where you saw us park back yonder somewhere, they said. And they're also building an addition this year to make the dining room bigger, but from what I was just told, they don't really rent out the pavilion except on Mondays. The reunion has been a Saturday since, well, we started doing a reunion really, but this is really nice. We could rent out the whole pavilion and basically the entire park would be ours for about $1,200, which ain't terrible. Let's get out here to the end. I won't record you, I promise. There you go. Some people are camera shy. Alright, so that's what the whole pavilion looks like from outside. I like these little tables sitting up out here. Yeah, so that you can stand here and eat. But anyway, I said that they would open up on a Monday, which is the day that they're normally closed, we would get basically the whole place. So, still potential. I just gotta overcome how that's always been a Saturday and it being a Monday. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.